The Cloister on Sea Island is a combination of elegance and laid-back on-the-beach living. Though not filled with vacationers right now, the Christmas and season spirit still celebrated throughout the resort and its fine restaurants. The Farm Monitors Rick Treptow takes us to the Cloister kitchen for a recipe that uses Georgia products and can be enjoyed for the holidays and all winter long.
Denny and Paul, welcome to the kitchen of the Georgian Room here at the Cloister Hotel. With me is Daniel Zeal. Thank you for being with us.
My pleasure, Rick.
Yep, the chef de cuisine. We've worked with him before. He's a good customer with Sapelo Farms in Brunswick, Georgia, and uses a lot of natural seeds and ingredients from Georgia. But we're cooking for the holidays today, and he's got a soup recipe. This is a recipe that can be used anytime during the holidays, and it's beautiful. Chef, take us through it.
Well, basically what we've got is a beautiful African squash, and this is our African squash that we're getting from Sapelo Farms. You can substitute butternut squash, acorn, turban, whatnot. And what we've done is we just rubbed it down with just a touch of butter, a little bit of salt, and we're actually going to start in our pot on a low flame here. I've got some butter, just regular whole butter that we're going to use. And we're
Butter and squash just tastes.
Butter and squash is just
anyway, isn't it?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not afraid to use butter. I actually like butter a lot better than any of the other things. I think it adds a much more rich, balanced flavor. We've got some sweet onion here, and as our butter comes down here, we're just going to add, this is about a cup of sweet onion, or one small sweet onion, that we add into the pot. And we're actually just going to sweat that down for a little bit with just a pinch of salt. This is kosher salt. I like kosher salt because I can actually feel it in my fingers a little bit more when I'm cooking.
It's common salt. You can find it at a supermarket anywhere.
Anywhere in the world, yes. So, and we'll also add a touch of just fresh ground pepper. Okay. And I actually use whole pepper that I grind fresh, and I actually toast my peppercorns just for a little bit in the oven. Once we start to kind of sweat that down, after the squash is out, once it's a little bit warm, we should just be able to go in and just scoop that right out of its skin.
Oh, man.
And we're just going to place that in. It's nice, creamy, and rich. If you notice also, this African squash is a little bit stringier on the inside, almost like a spaghetti squash. But it's just got a really intense, sweet aroma. It's got a little bit of nuttiness, and it just comes right out of that skin. We've roasted this at about 350 degrees for about 45 minutes to an hour, and kind of stir that in.
Nice colors in there too.
Beautiful colors in there, and that's another great thing about this squash and this dish, is that it's a great way to add some really rich color to your holiday table. What we've got here is a cinnamon stick, some apple juice.
From Georgia apples.
Georgia apples, absolutely. We actually have an organic orchard that's just north of Athens that we'll get some local apples from. So this is just some regular still water, and I'm going to put about a quart of that water in here, and we're going to let that come up to a simmer, and then I have this arborio rice. It's what the Italians use to make risotto. This is kind of our finished product after we've pureed it and whatnot, is we've got this just beautiful satiny, silky texture that just barely coats the back of a spoon, so that when we run our finger through, it's at a perfect nappe. And that's going to be our soup, which I'd really like for you to taste.
Yeah,
if you'd
I can do that.
If you're,
Oh, that's delicious.
that apple juice really kind of helps, as you see, to break it up.
A little pumpkin taste.
A little bit of a pumpkin-y flavor, yes.
Because that's the family, isn't it? I mean, that's.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So. And that's pretty much the soup right there.
Anybody who wants the recipe, just come to farm-monitor.com anytime during the holidays, and you'll see it there.